From the very first unfortunate experience to now, the wise and foolish alike have looked within, around to others, and up at heaven to understand why bad things happen. I think it's some kind of survival instinct at work in us, probing possible wrong turns we made that led to our immobilization in hopes of avoiding similar potholes up the road. But we can be laser focused on the road, with our high beam lights shining bright, and still fall fender first into life-size potholes. The truth is, some of our decisions do wreck us, but not every unfortunate event is our fault. A woman named Naomi drove into trouble, and not for a lack of focus. It so happened to be on her road. She, her husband, and 2 sons moved to a country called Moab in search of refuge from a famine pillaging their hometown. While there, death visits. And the scripture says Naomi was left without her 2 sons and her husband. After her loss, she returns home, where she tells the locals who remember her as Naomi from old, "Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? The Lord has afflicted me. The Almighty has brought misfortune upon me." I imagine, like most all afflicted people, Naomi searches how she may be responsible for her loss. Unable to see culpability for her suffering, she says it's the Lord who has made her life bitter, and is the reason why she returns home an empty shell of herself. I don't wag my finger in disapproval at Naomi's response to her unfathomable circumstances. Her former life has been blown away like a house struck by a tornado, but by the grace of God, Ruth, her daughter-in-law, stands close and strong like a surviving brick chimney. Ruth wants to stay with Naomi, but with several good years remaining to remarry, Naomi pushes her to pursue grander possibilities elsewhere. But Ruth objects. "Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. And where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me." Talk about a ride or die friend. For me, Ruth represents the stick-to-itive presence of God that refuses to leave us alone in our loss. While Naomi thinks she's empty, God points out Ruth, who makes it clear to her that she, nothing more, is the reason why she's sticking around. Yes, Naomi has lost, but God is present and is showing her what's left, what she still has, who's still around, all in an effort to tell Naomi she hasn't been left without. With all the loss you've experienced, have you ever asked, what's left? There's something, there's someone. And I believe God draws our attention to it and them to remind us that we're not alone. For Naomi, God points out Ruth, who is the reminder that God is not against her, but for her. Has God pointed out Ruth in your life? My friends, we all lose, but by the grace of God, we are never left without. Ask God to show you what's left. I think you'll be shocked to see it's more than you thought. Peace.